Sparta, a society dedicated to war.
We're gonna breed the ultimate warriors. And they build a whole caste system, a whole belief system around this idea.
In Sparta, from the age of 7, boys are trained as warriors. At 18, they join Sparta's army, the most fearsome, most disciplined fighting force on Earth.
The Greek historian Herodotus writes that at age 7, every Spartan boy, including Leonidas, is taken from his family and placed in military training camps.
Fight! Their education focused on military skills and discipline and toughness. They were often not fed sufficiently, so they'd be hungry all the time. This would encourage them to steal in order to eat.
You were taught not to cry. You were taught to conceal pain.
Another very bizarre ritual that they engaged in to make sure that their guys were tough is that they would be flogged until they bled in groups, and whoever was the toughest and stood the longest was very highly honored. And the families would stand around and yell and scream at the boys, "Don't you pass out, don't you pass out."
As the boys get older, the training becomes more and more intense.
Do honor to your family! Do honor to your Spartan heritage! You will get strong, or you will die! For Spartan! Fight!
By the time Leonidas and the Spartan boys reach their early teens, weapons like wooden swords and tipless spears are added to the military training. Still, during these war games, consequences can be deadly.
Youths were killed in the course of this fight.
Ready? Appetite.
Today we're doing the Olympics, Greek style, and not like current Greek, but old Greek.
We're here at the Getty Villa, which is one of the largest collections of Greek and Roman antiquities.
To learn from an education specialist in archaeology all about the ancient Olympics.
The Olympics are called the Olympics because they're at Olympia, so that's the place they started in 776 BC. And they lasted over 1,000 years. The Games is probably symbolic of getting fit for war activities, and it's also just because you're honoring gods. As long as you were a Greek, you could come from anywhere in the Mediterranean and come to the Games. You were representing your city-state, and your city-state, just as we are, was very excited about your competition.
Today, I am representing the great state of Nemea.
I'm representing the great city of Athens because it's the most New York.
I will be representing the city-state of Corinth, which of course is related to Poseidon, and we all know I have a great history with the ocean.
I'll be representing the city-state of Delphi. What are the events we'll be recreating today?
You'll do 3 events of the pentathlon: the long jump, the discus, and wrestling.
But the foot race is the most important.
If you want your name on the Olympiad, you have to win the foot race. Long jump is extremely weird, very different from today. You use weights. Probably you ran about 10 meters. You launched off on one foot, went up in the air and went into a ball and landed like a gymnast so that your footprints show in the dirt.
And we're naked.
Appetite!
Yeah!
Not bad.
Let's go for 2. I didn't do a great job. I'm going to jump further.
Oh!